why does Genesis chapter 1 say that God created male and female, but chapter 2 says he made woman from Adam's rib? Well, I want to clarify the question just a little bit. Genesis 2 does not actually say he made it from Adam's rib. It says he made it from Adam's side. I know that that's not a terribly important issue, but from the side of Adam. And of course, typically we have just said that's a rib. But I think that when you get and bring this about, that you have in Genesis chapter 1 an overview of creation as a whole, and then in Genesis chapter 2 you have the detail of the creation of man. So in Genesis chapter 1, I believe it's verse 26, it says, male and female he created them, and that is true. That's exactly what God did. You want to know how he did it? You want to know the detail of how he did it? Look to chapter 2, and it started out with man, and there was a time that just man, Adam, was on the earth, and he was naming the animals, and he saw that he had no helpmeet for himself, and God saw it wasn't good for man to live alone, and so he put Adam into a deep sleep, and he created woman, bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. So chapter 2 is the detail of a specific part of chapter 1. We don't get any detail on the creation of the trees or the fishes or any of that kind of stuff. We just get the overview. But mankind, being the crown of creation and the one given dominion, is given an understanding of the role that he has. And I think it's an understanding that can be even understood in the differences that we have between male and female. I know some don't want to admit we have differences, but even in the very word, as we have, for example, a man is built almost in a construction type manner. It's a word that's used, that God picks up a hand of dirt and he molds him into a man, breathes life into him. It's almost like slapping some 2x4s together is the picture of the word that is used. And yet it says then he took from Adam's side and uses a very fine word that probably we could translate as fashioned. He fashioned a woman. A man slapped together with some 2x4s and 2x6s and some big old nails, but a woman is fashioned. A woman so much more exquisite and like a fine china versus a chinette plate. There's a big difference, isn't there? And the man is sort of the chinette, and the woman is the fine china. And so we're given, even thankfully, because we went back and got some detail in chapter 2, and God chose to reveal that detail, we're given even some insight into men and women today. And the beauty even of the end of chapter 2, for this reason a man should leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife, and the two should become one. Great questions today.